Some of the best lessons that have actually reshaped the way that I see things in my life has come from times where I asked my mom a simple question as a kid. And I remember I think I was 7, and we went to the gas station, and there was a homeless man who was, hanging out at the gas station. He was just sitting there. And I remember my mom reached into her purse. She gave me a couple dollars and she said, go give it to him. So I went and gave it to him, and he didn't ask her for anything. He never even approached us. So I went and gave it to him. And I remember when I was walking back to the car, I was wondering if she cared about what he would do with it. And the reason that I was wondering that is because I was with a relative a little bit before that, and a homeless person did approach us. And that person didn't give it to him. They were like, no, because that person's probably going to buy drugs or alcohol with it. So they didn't give it to him. But my mom didn't even wait for this man to approach her, because I don't even think he was going to. She just sent me over there with the money to give to him. So when I got back to the car, I asked her, I was like, Ma, I said, you don't care what he's going to do with the money? And she was like, no, why would I care? I was like, but what if he buys drugs or alcohol with it? And she says, what does that have to do with me? And I was like, huh? I said, you don't care if he buys bad stuff with it? She was like, either you're going to help somebody or you're not going to help them. She said, it's nice to be nice. And my mom still says that to this day. That's her mantra, one of them. She always says it's nice to be nice. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, but isn't that stuff bad? And she was like, this is the way I see it. She said, it's cold out here. He lives on the streets. If he needs alcohol to warm himself up, who am I to judge that? Y'all, when I tell you that at 7 years old, that reshaped the way that I see everything and the way that I view people. And I think that's what makes me so understanding when it comes to other people, and why I always look at the reason behind the behavior rather than the behavior itself, because that was a total reframe. In that moment, she taught me not to judge people. She taught me that sometimes you don't know everything behind a situation. And she taught me that if you're going to help somebody, you're just going to help them. You don't need a reason. You don't need a story. You don't need any explanation. You're just going to do it because it's a nice thing to do. And I don't know why I'm sharing that with you guys, but it was on my mind this morning. So I hope it kind of helps you guys to reframe if you're somebody who is more on the judgmental side or somebody who doesn't think that way. Because I really think that just that small little lesson at the age of 7 really changed the way that I see things and the way that I interact with people. And I love that about that lady. She's taught me so many things, and it was always in moments where it was about something really simple, but it really reframed the way that I see things as an adult. So I just want to share with you guys. Love y'all.